everyone, it's John from What Up, and welcome back to another video. Today we're talking Verin Mathwin, and all things Season 2 of Sony and Amazon's Wheel of Time show. If you haven't already guessed it, what we do here on the channel is we talk about the Wheel of Time. If you like that sort of thing, make sure you subscribe to the channel and click that like button. I am trying to hit 20,000 subscribers prior to the release of Season 2, and we're well on their way there, thanks to you folks. Thank you so much for that. Now, thanks to Nerdist, last week we got some official news. So Amazon gave them official news, and they released this, that Verin Mathwin, Verin Sedai, would be played by Meera Syal. Now, Meera Syal has been known to be a part of the production since about 2021, and she's no stranger to the channel. We've done a couple of videos on her here already, so I won't dive too deep into her career, but if you don't know who she is, she was born in 1961. She's a UK actress. She's been acting since 1984, and if you can think of it, she's probably been in it or been involved in it somehow. She's just received a BAFTA Lifetime Achievement Award, and she's been in a ton of stuff, and a ton of varied stuff too, so not just one genre. If you can think of it, she's probably done that particular genre. So she's been in Sandman, she was in Doctor Strange, she did voiceovers for Phineas and Ferb, so she did voice acting for one of my favorite cartoons ever, which is really, really cool. Now, she is a fantastic actress, she's really, really good at her craft. And we've known, like I said earlier, that she's been part of the production since 2021, but we had no idea which character she was going to be playing until Nerdist let us know that she's playing Verin Mathwin. Now, we all thought that would be the big news of the week, that Meera Syal is playing Verin Mathwin, and the whole Wheel of Time fandom was just set on fire by that. We were all really excited because Verin is a fan favorite. There's not a single person I can think of that doesn't like Verin as a character, and everyone was really excited about this casting. And then the BAFTA Awards happened, and they released a 3-second clip of Verin in costume where we got this still from. So we're going to show you that clip here now, and then we're going to talk just a bit about who Verin is and how they're going to fit into the second season of the Wheel of Time. Really very neat, and if you didn't notice, if you've been part of the fandom since prior to the release of Season 1 of the show, there's a little similarity between this and something we got a few months before the first season came out, and that was our first look at Moiraine. And when Moiraine Sedai was revealed, it really was only a 3-second clip, and I think at the time I dedicated a full hour-long show to it. So we basically just sat down and we talked about Moiraine, we talked about a bunch of different stuff about the show. It was very, very exciting. We're starting to see similar things happening right now in the lead up to Season 2 as we are to the lead up to Season 1. We're getting little tidbits from the cast, little tidbits from the crew, a bunch more posts on social media. The excitement's building. Now, the only thing that's kind of putting a cramp in everything right now is the writer's strike. However, that just means that they officially can't promote the show. Season 2 is pretty much done. It's in post-production right now, so the writer's strike shouldn't affect Season 2 at all. Season 3 is filming, probably affects Season 3 and definitely Season 4 a little bit. The next season coming out shouldn't affect that too much, other than the fact there's going to be less promotion from people who've written for the series, including Rafe Judkins, the showrunner. Now, who is Verin Mathwin? We're going to dive into that now. I'll give a non-spoiler version first. Verin Mathwin is an Aes Sedai of the Brown Aja, and Brown Aja are known for their love of all knowledge. Whether it be history or facts, their heads are usually in the clouds, and they're usually thinking of things in books and in dusty tomes, and not of the real world around them. And she is integral to a lot of different plots in the story, and we first really get to see her during the second book, The Great Hunt, in Faldera. And from there, she's pretty much intermeshed into a bunch of different storylines, including Rand's and Egwene's, for the rest of the series. That's the non-spoiler version of who she is. She's also a huge fan favorite. Everyone loves Verin. There's not a single person I know of that's read the series that doesn't like Verin at all. And she's kind of ingrained into all of our hearts. She's very motherly. She's very amazing, and she looks after the characters in the book series, as well as is an incredible source of knowledge. Now, I have to give you the spoiler bits about Verin and how I think she's going to fit into the show, and for this, I'm going to give a full book spoiler, because we're going to ruin some stuff from very late in the series. So, spoiler warning, if you have not read the entire Wheel of Time series, that's books 1 through 14, be forewarned, I'm going to ruin some pretty big things from the entire series, especially towards the end. So, you don't mind spoilers, or if you have read the series, you can carry on with us. If not, you've been warned. Alright, gave the spoiler warning. Everything's fair game at this point. I know some people don't like me giving full book spoiler warnings, but I do that because I don't have a script when I do my videos. I just talk. Sometimes, I've had trouble before by spoiling things far beyond where I've given the spoiler warning for. So when I talk about stuff like this, it's just easier to throw things to the very end of the series. So Verin, I'm pretty sure everyone who's read the series is really, really excited about that one big scene, the big reveal at the end of the series. And I don't know if they're going to handle it exactly the same way. If you don't know what that is, this is part of the big spoilers, is that Verin is a Dark Friend. She was Black Aja the entire time. Basically, she was working for the forces of the Dark One, but not really. She was sort of like a sleeper agent, is the best way to put it. She was, after she attained her shawl, doing a lot of research and got too close in her research to figuring out who some of the members of the Black Aja were, and she was basically pressed into the Black Aja under duress. She didn't really want to be part of the Black Aja, but it was her way of finding out more knowledge about them. She has one warder, Thomas. He's also a Dark Friend, looking for a way out. So they sort of gathered all the information they could about the Black Aja and the Forces of the Dark, until the very end of the series, when she was able to reveal it all to Egwene, because there was that little loophole in the Black Aja's oaths where she could not reveal anything until the hour of her death. Drank a bunch of poison tea, and that one line, by the way, that dress you're wearing is green. It's a huge line, because Egwene was not wearing a green dress, and she proved to her that she could lie. Now, eagle-eyed fans who read the series for the first time, some of them did notice the fact that there were some inconsistencies with Verin's character and some of the things she did, including the fact that she was sent on the Great Hunt by Moiraine. She really wasn't. And they kind of questioned it because I shouldn't be able to lie. I didn't notice it in my first read at all. It didn't happen. Even in my second and third read through, I had to remember the fact that she was a Dark Friend. But as you do that, you start piecing things together. It's really, really cool. Now, do I think they're going to handle that the exact same way in the show? I don't know. Amazon loves their mysteries. They love those sort of reveals, the big reveals, but I don't know if it's something that they'll do over multiple seasons. It may be that they introduce her in the second season and we find out she's a Dark Friend by the end of the season, and it'll be a big reveal for the end of the second season. That's a possibility. In fact, I think it's a very good possibility, because I don't think Amazon will keep that sort of a secret from the audience all the way through. Now, I know some of you are thinking at this point, how can they keep that secret? People just got to Google it. That's all they got to do. They go online and they're going to find this out. The books have already been written. Yes, that is true. But you saw when the first season come out, it was very easy to figure out who the Dragon Reborn was by asking the question. And very many people who watched the first season who had never read the books before never asked the question. They like to guess. They didn't want to find out on their own. Find out through the show. So I think we're going to see a lot of viewers who will not Google these things, who may not even never pick up the books, may find out through the show. So I think it might be a reveal that'll come sooner rather than later. At least that's my guess anyway. So let me know in the comments down below if you folks think that Amazon will hold that big reveal till the very end, or will we get it sooner, like at the end of the second season, as sort of like a big cliffhanger type thing where she's attending the Dark Friend Social. Might be cool to see the Dark Friend Social near the end of season 2 with Verin unmasking herself during that. That would be really very neat. Be a good cliffhanger. Either way, we know she's not going to be introduced the same way she was in the book series, because she basically showed up in Faldera. She figured out that Rand could channel and kind of drop that bomb on them in Faldera. That didn't happen because they're no longer in Faldera. Rand's out on his own. We believe that Perrin and the girls are probably still in Faldera, but the girls will be traveling to the White Tower in the second season. My guess is we're either going to see Verin in the White Tower with the girls, training them, giving them the Dreamer Terra Ingreal, or the very distinct possibility she might be the character that Moiraine goes to look for help from to remove her shield. I think that's probably what we're going to see. Verin will be that knowledge, like that person with all the knowledge about everything, and Moiraine will go seek her out, try to find her, and then ask the questions on what she could do. And it's my guess anyway. So let me know in the comments down below how you think Verin will be introduced in the show. Will it be that way, or will it be something completely different? Either way, thank you so very much for sticking with us here to the very end of the video, and here's to many more.